What's up everyone, today I have a loot video from 1000 Armadyl boss kills, let's go. Alright guys, let's do a quick gear check. This is the gear that I used throughout my 1000 kills. If I was on task, I'd use a Slayer helm instead of the Justicar face guard. And this is my inventory that I used. This inventory is going to vary based on your stats and based on your gear. So you're going to have to do trial and error until you get the right amount of brews and restores to make your trips last the longest. Alright guys, so I'm sure lots of you didn't have everything in the past clip. That's perfectly fine. This is my budget setup. As you can see, two things did not change. The Ring of Suffering and the Anguish. The Anguish will give you higher DPS, which will give you faster kills. And the Ring of Suffering, it is by far the most important piece of armor I've shown you in both setups in my opinion. It makes you so much more tankier that you'll save a lot more food. And I highly recommend that you get Imbue or else it's just not that useful. So guys, Ring of Suffering, MVP. Alright guys, if the budget setup is a little too much for you, you need to switch out some stuff, that's perfectly fine. Look at my inventory. From left to right is best to worst, and you can switch out any of the items here for something in here. Now the two items down here, the plate skirt and Bando's boots, these are for lower levels. If you're having trouble because you're taking too much damage from the boss, throw these on instead of the boots here and chaps, and it'll make up for your lower stats. If you cannot afford rigor, that's perfectly fine. You can just use Eagle Eye and Rock Skin. Alright, I'm sure I'm going to get this question about why didn't that chin, where the chin's at, and the very simple answer to that, I'm lazy. There's no point in doing extra work when you're going to make about the same amount of money doing way less work. On top of that, you can't watch YouTube videos, you can't surf the web, and you can't choke the chicken. On a serious note though, I know yes, chinning is a tad bit better because you do get a little more kills per hour, but you're going to be losing way more money, and the only way you're going to see a difference in those little bits of kills that you're going to get extra an hour is if you're doing 500 to thousands of kills. And yeah, I did a video on 1,000 kills. Obviously you clicked on it, but I want to make my videos based on what people would do. I don't want to show you how to grind a boss for 1,000 kills or something like that. I want to show you on average a good number of kills would give you, so that way if you want to kill something for maybe 50 to 100 to 200 kills, you'll choose a boss in one of my videos. You're not necessarily going to kill 1,000 of them. What was your most lucky moment of Armadyl? And what was your most newbie moment of Armadyl? Drop that down in the comments. So for pre-EOC, I did not kill the Armadyl boss. I was a giant noob back then. When it first released in 07scape, I never killed it as well. Not until they released the key update where you could get keys for the kill count. That's when I started to go kill the boss, but I did not ever go in teams. I did it 100% solo with 75 range. This is truly my most fond moment in Old School. I remember it as if I did it yesterday. What I would do is I would go get 3 keys, come back, do 2 kills, go get 2 more keys, come back, do 2 kills, and repeat that process. The reason I left the 3rd key was just in case that I died, and it would guarantee I'd get my stuff back, which I did die, and it did come in handy because I don't think back then it was possible to get the kill count to get back into the room in time. And on top of that, I was like 75 range, so yeah, that would not even happen even if it was possible. I even still remember my exact gear setup back then. I used a Verax helmet, a Fury, Carol's top, Verax plate skirt, rune crossbow, Avis assembler, snakeskin boots, black dragon hide van braces, archer's ring, crystal shield, and my inventory was 1 range potion, 3 brews, 3 restores, a ruby and diamond bolt switch. Oh boy, that's way back in the day. I had also an emergency teleport, and the rest was sharks. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know how I did this grind. I did about 100 kills, and that means 100 keys. And on top of that, I didn't even get the kill sometimes. So I would have to go back and make up for that. 3 brews, all shark, and still not a kill? Ridiculous. But did I come out on top? Oh boy, yes I did. Yes sir, I did. I can proudly say, as a man that went in with snakeskin boots, he came out on top. I got a helmet, 2 chest plates, 1 chain skirt, and yes, the hilt. Back in the day, that was the golden ticket. The hilt. 70 million. 70 million gold. That is an unbelievable amount of money back then, and especially to a noob who went in with snakeskin boots. Just let that float in your mind for a second. With that being lucky enough, I have one other drop to share with you all. That's back-to-back hilts. I got it back in a duo a long time ago. My duo partner got one, and then I got one. 1 in 512. What's the drop rate of that? I have no idea. Maybe someone in the comments who's better at math can figure that out. Let me know. That basically sums up my most lucky moments at the Armadyl boss, but at the same time it's kind of sad looking back at it. I'm never going to feel the same way I did when I first got those drops, especially with the hilt. The hilt is worthless at this point. It looks like it's going to go down the alch value. I don't think we're going to ever see a 20 mil hilt, much less a 50, 60, or 70 mil hilt like we did back in the day. With that being said, this boss comes in at about 197,000 GP per kill, and if you kill all the minions and pick up their coins and crush nest, it is on average about 217,000 GP per kill per Armadyl boss that you kill. With that being said, that is a lot. It's one of the highest GP per kills of any boss in the game besides I think Raids, the Corrupt Gauntlet, and maybe one other boss. Other than that, Armadyl's it. It's a perfect farming boss. I never thought it was that much until I looked at the wiki, and it's a crazy amount. And you don't have to pick up that much at all. All you have to worry about is picking up the uniques, the coins, and the crush nest. And that's it. Let's take a few moments to just admire this clip. Kill 5070 Armadyl chestplate. 1 kill later, kill 5071 Armadyl helmet. Once again, I have no idea how rare this is, so my math addicts, drop that down in the comments. We are coming to an end from our 1000 journey. We started at kill count 4,849 and we will end on kill count 5,849. Here we are, kill 1000, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you. That is an Armadyl sword. I have handed this game my resignation so many times in the past, yet I keep coming back, and this is what I'm always welcomed with. Well, here's the moment everyone's been waiting for. Let's get into that price check. I have to say, I am very satisfied with all the drops that I got. I ended up getting 14 uniques, which is really lucky. I should have gotten around 8 to 9, and I ended up coming out with 14. This boss is hands down the Disney Plus or Netflix or Hulu boss. You could watch anything you want and make maximum profit an hour, which is what I loved about this boss so much. As we can see from the price checker, this boss is a gold mine, but it's a very boring gold mine. So I'd recommend that you do this boss on task when you get an AV task and just call it that. If you're a low level, I highly recommend that you get a task. It will greatly increase your kills per hour. Going back to my story, don't be like me when I was a noob where I would go and get 1 kill per trip. That's just terrible. Sadly, RuneScape is just like real life. We have to pay our taxes, and they're mine. But in total, after taxes, it comes out to be 219 million, which is pretty darn good. And from there, that is 219,000 per kill. I have no idea how many I could kill per hour, but hey, I'm sure you can track how much you kill per hour. You can use this figure, figure out how much you'll make about an hour, and there's your total. And that brings us to the end of our very first video. I have to say, this was a pretty interesting experience for someone who's never used any type of recording software or video editing software. I feel this came out pretty good. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching this. Could we all come together and drop a like on this video so that way we can get it into the algorithm and build a bigger community here? This channel is going to mainly consist of different types of loot videos so we can see how good money making methods are in 2021. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.